Member for York South Weston.
Thank you. My question is for the Premier. Mr. Speaker, on June 17th, I wrote the Premier and the Health Minister regarding the concerns of my residents and myself of the lack of local testing capacity in my community of York South Weston. Our community is home to many frontline heroes. Nurses, technicians, BSWs and hospital staff all make their home here in York South Weston. They need and they deserve access to the testing they need to help keep themselves and their families safe. As an identified hotspot areas, when can our underserved community get the testing that is so overdue?
Good question. Minister of Health.
Thank you. Well, we know how important testing is as we're dealing with COVID-19 and as we move into the fall when we'll be dealing with the flu season as well. We have made testing a priority to the point that we have now the highest testing capacity in Canada, the highest per 100,000 testing capacity. We routinely test between 20 and 25,000 people per day. But what we have done is change our testing strategy over time to respond to the needs of communities and what's happening in different parts of the province. With respect to COVID-19, we want to make sure that we're going to be able to test in areas where there are outbreaks. We want to make sure that we can test in areas where there are vulnerable populations, such as people in long-term care homes and other areas of congregate living. And we want to be able to do testing in workplaces and other areas to understand what the impact is as we open up from stage 2 and prepare to get ready for stage 3, to understand what the public health impacts are of this loosening of restrictions.
The supplementary question.
Thank you. Again, my question, Mr. Speaker, is to the Premier. The City of Toronto recently released mapping data showing elevated numbers of cases in my community of York South Weston. That is, even with the long-term care excluded. But still, this Conservative government refuses to act and refuses to do whatever it takes, like they promised they would, to keep our community safe. We need pop-up testing units, an additional facility opened for ongoing testing in preparation for a possible second wave. The Farmer Humber Memorial Hospital at 200 Church Street may be the best solution. Will the Premier commit more testing in identified hotspots areas in Toronto?
Minister.
Well, absolutely. We're continuing to expand our testing strategy. Currently, we have the capacity to test approximately 25,000 people per day. We are going to be increasing that because we know as we get into the fall season, there will be a number of people who will unfortunately become ill, and we won't know until we do the testing whether they have flu, which can be very dangerous in and of itself, or whether they have COVID-19. So of course we are going to continue to expand our testing strategy because we want to make sure that we can go into areas that are hotspots, areas of outbreak. We have over 100 assessment centres now. We have several pop-up assessment centres, and we're going to continue to expand them because we know that the needs of people are going to continue to increase again as we move into flu season. So this is a priority for us, the testing, and then of course the contact management as well. So we're going to expand in both of those areas so that we can keep the people of Ontario safe wherever they live in the province.